Hey, Shalom, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Brakathum to all the Akim, Yahweh Shema Latham Hashem Yahushua to all the sisters. This is the ISUPK Baltimore. This is the law class. We got some young men in the house, you feel me? We got young man Andrew, young man Brian, you feel me? First time being in the class, you feel me? Let's give it up for them brothers. We are the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge coming straight out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. We are under command and General Yohana. If it's not under command and General Yohana, it is not the truth.
That's right.
And we've been bringing this out since 1969 that Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans are the true biblical Jews of the Bible. And our oppressor, who's also known as the colonizer, they refer to as the pilgrim, the Spaniard. You see what I'm saying? He is the devil that the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
You understand? And listen, everybody see the climate that we're in. You see what I'm saying? We see what's going on around the earth. You see what I'm saying? Whether people want to believe it or not. You see what I'm saying? With this Bible prophesied, it's gonna come to pass, meaning this is gonna happen. Here's the thing. We've been going over what should we be doing while all of these things are going on. You see what I'm saying? If you Black, Hispanic, or Native American, you see what I'm saying? Like, what should we be doing in preparation for our king to return? You see what I'm saying? Like, we shouldn't be sitting around, you know, just idling our fingers, you see what I'm saying, getting lost in all the propaganda that's going on. We got a job to do right now.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But far too often, you know, the sisters, they ask, sisters ask all the time, so what's my role? You see what I'm saying? What can I do? You see what I'm saying? You sisters, y'all gonna have a lot of work. You see what I'm saying? This is why the class that we're gonna get into tonight is, are you a virtuous woman? You see what I'm saying? Are you a woman of virtue? You see what I'm saying? We're gonna get any questions in the room? Anybody got any questions, anything like that? Good. Hey, go to the comments, make sure we ain't got no questions in the chat for real. Yeah. Okay. So the question is, are you a woman of virtue? You feel? What does virtue mean? Anybody want to take a guess? What does virtue actually mean? And here's the thing. This is for the young men too. Whenever you hear something, you see what I'm saying? Like, this is a school. You always have your notebook, always have your pen, ready to write this stuff down. You see what I'm saying? When you get asked a question such as, what does this mean? What's the first thing we should be doing? Going to our phone, going to our dictionary, right? And we look these words up. Like, this is a school, so imagine being in a school. Imagine being in a school when you're in class. You got to write these things down. You see what I'm saying? You got to get the information that's needed so that you can always go back. So, like, what the sister responded first?
She said, behavior showing high moral standards.
They say behavior showing high moral standard. What's another definition? Anybody want to get in the class? Want to take a guess?
Accept. Yeah, accept.
Outstanding, righteous.
You said upstanding and righteous? Here's the thing, we will keep it simple. Like, virtue or virtuous is skillful. You see what I'm saying? That's having skill. So, you know what? We're going to get into the book of the Proverbs 31:10. Matter of fact, let's go there real quick.
Gone. Proverbs 31:10. So,
Proverbs chapter 31, verse 10.
Proverbs chapter 31, verse 10. Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies.
They say, who can find it's like, read that from the top.
Proverbs chapter 31, verse 10. Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies.
They say, who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies. You see what I'm saying? This is asking the question, who can find a woman that got some skill set to her? You see what I'm saying? Like, if you look at a lot of the women right now, the only thing that they can sell is what? Their looks. What else? Their body. You see what I'm saying? After you done seen their beauty, after you done had their body, what else is there? You see what I'm saying? The Lord is saying, who can find a virtuous woman? Keep going.
Verse 11. The heart of her husband doth solely, Salakia, does safely trust in her.
Yeah, right. So you got a virtuous woman. So you got a skillful woman, right? And this is how it's going to connect to what we ready to go through in this third world war. You see what I'm saying? Them jobs and stuff ain't going, you going into them buildings and you got your college degrees and stuff like that. It's cool to have. But how you going to use a finance degree when bombs are dropping?
Come.
You see what I'm saying? Like, how you going to use them degrees? You're going to have a skill set. Women who braid hair, women that know how to knit, women that know how to cook. You see what I'm saying? These are skills that's going to be needed in these upcoming times. Like these jobs and these things that we're talking about right now, our women have been taught that these are domestic things. These are domestic things, you don't need to be in the kitchen. You don't need to be doing all that cooking. We work too. That's the attitude. We work. Why we got to do this? You see what I'm saying? Like our women, because of society, are becoming more masculine, and the men are becoming more feminine. You see what I'm saying? This is done on purpose. You see what I'm saying? Like you imagine being in the wilderness. You imagine being in an environment where your college degree, like a lot of women right now, they deal with dudes according to your education. What can you do for me? That's not going to be the attitude that's going to permeate in these upcoming days. These women are going to have skill, man. That's why the scripture asks, who can find a virtuous woman? Go ahead, you had a question out?
Yeah, so I recently, I wanted to marry her, but she basically saying that she don't want to be she don't want to be like, she don't want to be an Israelite. And it's like, I explained to her, like, being an Israelite is something that we was going to do. And not nothing that, you can't say you don't want to be an Israelite. This is our nationality. We Jews, like we really Jews.
Yeah.
Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob were Jews. Then what does make us? Make us the same thing.
Right.
Right. So it's like through history, we can change. We can give many names out that's not like us. Right?
Yeah.
Right. So when you think like that, I feel like you read the Bible will wake you up. It's going to wake you up, and you're going to see the world for what it really is.
Yeah.
And then it's like you're gonna want to change because who don't want to get in heaven. Christians say they're gonna get in heaven, but you don't do the Bible. You don't follow the word of God. You're not doing what y'all hypocrites.
See, and this.
Right? And it's like I'm not gonna be one of y'all, man. I don't want to be one of y'all. I want to be different. Because all my life I didn't fit in at all. And
right.
I didn't fit. I always seek knowledge, right? But when I came into this knowledge right here, I actually became. I was at work when I came across it on YouTube.
Right.
And I was listening. I'm like, this actually makes sense. And it's like the Bible had all nations. I didn't even know that. They're like, okay, so who are we? Biblically, then start looking at more and more and more. And I kept basically coming on YouTube watching it, and it's like I was getting so excited. It was like, wake me up.
That's right.
And it's like I was crying inside. I was like, I was crying. I was like, man, here we go. It's like I was a Muslim at first.
Okay.
And then I found out in the Bible that Ishmael wasn't getting the kingdom. It's like, so, okay, like, for Israel not getting the kingdom, he got his own blessing. So the Israelites was supposed to be above God, above all nations.
That's right.
Because of their disobedience, God punished them. So it's like they fall on earth. You don't listen to fall on earth, you're going to punish you. It's like, oh, wow, God is really good. Like, God talking with you to Bible. Like, this is how we feel.
See, and this is why we say being a Muslim is the same as being a Christian. You see what I'm saying? Because you can't make your mind up one day to be an Israelite.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? This is a bloodline.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like whether people want to believe it or not, You see what I'm saying? What the brother started off with, I don't know if they can hear me online. He was saying that, when he started coming into this truth, the woman he was with, say she ain't there with no Israelite, not knowing that this is our nationality. You see what I'm saying? You know how many brothers that lost ribs over this truth? You see what I'm saying? As soon as you start saying that you're an Israelite, and here's the thing, and this is what Commander General Yohana said. You can be so you can be wicked, you can be in the world, you can be all types of madness, and they love you to death. You see what I'm saying? But the moment you come into this truth, and the moment you say that you're an Israelite and you start keeping these law, statutes, and commandments, they can't stand you no more. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead, Tom.
Hey, listen, your story is exactly like mine. Same thing. I came in the same way you came in, at work, listening to YouTube, and just happened to run across it. Same way my lady did the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Gave me an alternate, either you do one west or it's either me or them. We are mad now. You understand what I'm saying? And the thing was, is I wasn't a Muslim. I was a Christian. I was a trustee in the church. But just like you, I heard that same thing.
Can they hear them online?
I'm not sure.
Let's get that mic set up.
I made the same. Ended up in all black, just like that, the same way.
I told her, like, if I'm
Hey, Selak, hold on. Selak, hold on. Let me get back into the scripture real quick. You see what I'm saying? What y'all said, what both of y'all are saying is heavy. You see what I'm saying? Because this is why the scripture is asking, who can find a virtuous woman? You see what I'm saying? Like, these are the days, like, a lot of times women want to know what can they do. You see what I'm saying? Because here in the UPK, our women don't go in the corners. They don't go in the corner and teach with us. You see what I'm saying? Our women do not teach classes. You will not see no female ministers here in the UPK. You will not see females up here teaching and doing all this, that, and the third. You're not going to see it here. So a woman may ask, they may ask, what are the things that we can do to be a part of this? You see what I'm saying? Here we go. We're going to get into it. You feel me? You got to have a skill set. You see what I'm saying? If you're a woman right now, you should be getting into these classes, learning how to braid. You should be learning how to sew. You see what I'm saying? Learning how to bake, doing whatever you got to do to work with your hands to learn a skill. Not saying that you can't have a college degree, not saying that you can't go to school or nothing like that. But learn to be skillful. Learn to have a skill set to you. You see what I'm saying? Let's keep going.
What do?
We good on that? Let's keep reading about the show. We in Proverbs 31, verse 11. Right now, we're going to get into the characteristics of what a virtuous woman is. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Proverbs chapter 31, verse 11. The heart of her husband doth solely trust in her, so that he shall have no need of spoils.
It say the heart of her husband doth safely trust in her. Here's the thing. We all brothers. We all dealt with women that you can't trust them out there out your sight.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And then here's the thing. If they get a half an hour, you ain't saying the name yet, you call it. Hey, what you doing? Who you around? You see what I'm saying? That's really because you don't trust her.
Where you at?
Yeah, where you at? You don't really trust her. And you have good reason not to trust her.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Right here it's saying the heart of her husband doth safely trust her, so that he shall have no need of spoil. When it say that he shall have no need of spoil, what does that mean? Raise your hand. I got you. Go ahead.
That means that you don't have to want for anything. Like as far as if you need anything, the thing for it up.
No, but speaking to the mic.
So what I believe it is like people have to work for it. Like as far as like needing certain things, the woman is there to basically help, help me.
Yeah, but when they say that so that he shall have no need of spoil, meaning like when they talk about spoil, it's not talking about doing so many good things and stuff like that. Spoil actually means spoil. Like if something spoils, what happened to it?
Bad.
Oh, go bad.
It goes bad.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? He don't have no need of that.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Like his heart safely trusts her, meaning like he can allow her to go out here and do her thing. You see what I'm saying? And he don't got to worry about going after her. You see what I'm saying? Chasing her down, running her down in the street. He's spying on her. You got brothers that's doing that, huh?
Right.
If you one of them brothers that's doing that, let her go. Let her go. You see what I'm saying? If that sister out there and she moving around on you, and you can't let her out your sight, check this out. If another man could take her, she was never yours.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? She was never with you. Let her go. You see what I'm saying? Keep going.
Verse 12. Verse 12. She will do him good and not evil all the days of her life.
It says she will do him good and not evil all the days of her life. You see what I'm saying? This is what our women got to realize. To do that brother good and not evil all the days of your life, that has to be intentional. Right. You see what I'm saying? That means the Lord said that woman is his help, is the man's helpmeet.
Right.
A lot of women have lost that concept. You see what I'm saying? And here's the thing, it's not necessarily that we getting on women, but right now we got to teach women.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? We got to teach our women the right way because they've been taught the wrong way for so long. You see what I'm saying? Like when a woman wants to do that man good all the days of his life, that means she's in tune with him. You see what I'm saying? A sister that want to do a brother good all the days of his life, when that brother say, hey, listen, I'm about to go follow the Lord. You see what I'm saying? I'm about to go and get into this truth, man. I'm ready to go and get into the UPK so I can save not only my life, but I'm gonna save your life and I'm gonna save the people, save the lives of our people. You see what I'm saying? A woman that want to do you good all the days of your life, you see what I'm saying? She gonna rock with that.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But then you have some women, they ain't worried about doing good to you. They worried about how can you do good to them and what can any other man out there do for them. That's not a virtuous woman. Right? That's not a woman of skill. You see what I'm saying? Like, if you look at your Cardi B's, you see what I'm saying? That's not a virtuous woman. Yeah, she got money and stuff like that, but her husband can't trust her. I mean, if she'd have moved on and she with the brother, what's his name, Stephon Diggs, guess what's gonna happen? Good.
Like yourself, when she was pregnant, she slept with another man.
Yeah.
But she had Offset baby. Crazy.
Yeah. So she stepped out of Offset and got a new brother. Guess what's gonna happen to him?
Same thing.
She gonna do the same thing to him. You see what I'm saying? Keep going.
Verse 13. She seeketh wool and flax and worketh willingly with her hands.
This is where it gets into it. It's not just about a woman being a good woman. You see what I'm saying? She has a skill. She's seeking wool. She's seeking flax and working willingly with her hands. You see what I'm saying? She's going out there. She ain't one of them sisters that's talking about, she ain't one of the women talking about like she is the table. You know, ain't that what they say? I am the table. You feel me? Nah, this woman going out there, man, she learning to work with her hands. She going to get material. She bringing stuff back to the crib. You feel me? She going out there and getting cotton and get whatever she need because she trying to sew a garment. You see what I'm saying? She got a t-shirt business.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? She got socks that she making. She making garments for brothers in the school. You see what I'm saying? Like this is what the Lord is talking about right here. Keep going.
Verse 14. She is like the merchant ships. She bringeth her food from afar.
She's like the merchant ships that bring her food from afar. She go out there and she make her money and she brings her food to the house. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like when you got a sister that's willing to hustle, willing to work, you see what I'm saying? Willing to bust her tail, you see what I'm saying? And she bringing what she done got out in the world, she's bringing it to the home. The scripture already said that her value is above rubies. Damn a chain. Damn a watch. You see what I'm saying? Her value is far above that. And you know how we being Israel, you know how we feel about our jewelry. You see what I'm saying? Brothers get unalive over jewelry. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
The Lord is saying, listen, her value is far more than that. This is a woman who brings stuff back to the house. She goes out and she works with her hands. She goes and gets the material to make the garment. She goes out there and braid hair. And she don't go out there and just blow it on whatever she want to blow it on. She brings it back to the house. You see what I'm saying? Keep going.
Verse 15. She riseth also while it is yet night, and giveth meat to her hope, Salakia, to her household, and portions of her maids.
Listen, she taking care of everybody. You see what I'm saying? This sister taking care of everybody. She making sure that the elderly neighbors eat. She making sure her house is fed. She making sure the people around her are taken care of. You see what I'm saying? This is a virtuous woman, man. This is a woman that got a skill set and she's working. Keep going.
Verse 16. She considereth a field and buyeth it. With the fruit of her hands she planteth a vineyard.
Listen, it says she considered a field and she go buys it. And with the fruit of her hands she planted a vineyard. You see what I'm saying? This sister, what she's doing is she has a skill set and she's taking that skill set and she's putting it out into the earth. And guess what? The earth is going to yield her even more.
Right.
And she's bringing it back to the storehouse, to her house. You see what I'm saying? Like, if you're a woman, you got to start thinking, is this what I'm doing? You see what I'm saying? Though you may have a 9 to 5 and stuff like that, you can have a 9 to 5, but most sisters with a 9 to 5, what they concerned about? They concerned about the bags. They concerned about their shoes. You see what I'm saying? They ain't really concerned about, they say, oh, we pay bills, this, that, and the third, you feel me? But here's the thing. We're going to get into it. The spirit of what they put into our women right now is that a man should be the one taking care. If a man can't take care of anything, what good are you to me? If he can't handle the financial burden of everything, what good are you to me? This is not what the Bible is saying right here.
Right.
The Bible is saying, man, this woman, she worked with her hands. She brings stuff back to the house. You see what I'm saying? That's how skillful she is. She want to do that man good every day of her life. So it's not even a question of, she's not even asking the question of, what are you doing? You see what I'm saying? She's so consumed and she's so busy doing what she got to do. And listen, the scripture, like I'm gonna keep reiterating, they say her value is far above rubies, man. Listen, a woman in the right spirit, there's nothing outside of this truth, there's nothing like her. You see what I'm saying? Brothers always say, like, rules before, brothers act like, they ain't, so far gone over their woman. Most brothers get unalived because of a woman.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? You could be the toughest guy and you front and you stunt. You see what I'm saying? But let somebody get close to your girl and she a good girl too. You feel? You ready to unalive something over her? You see what I'm saying? Like, this is what we got. This is what we need our sisters to be. We need our sisters to be virtuous women, not women that just run their mouth. Right. Not women that just walk out here half naked. You see what I'm saying? Shaking her butt and getting BBLs and stuff like that. That's not what we need. We need sisters with skill sets, man. If you're a sister and you want to know what can you do, like what is your role? You see what I'm saying? Your role is to be a virtuous woman. Your role is to have a skill set. You feel me? It's not just to take care of your own personal family. It's to take care of this nation, man.
Right.
You're a sister out there, you can't have children. You feel me? Listen, it's a lot of kids that need mothers out here. You see what I'm saying? You can be that mother for them. I know you women are, listen, you sitting out here and I can't find a good man and all that nonsense. Listen, come on into the UPK.
Right.
Come on into the UPK. You see what I'm saying? You may be one of many wives, but guess what? What you're going to experience is far above anything that you're going to experience in this world. You see what I'm saying? Most women have been shared already. You see what I'm saying? Like, they teach monogamy and one woman, one man. They teach all that nonsense in the Christian church. You see what I'm saying? Here in the UPK, you a brother, you can have no wives, you can have one wife, or you can have 20, whatever your preference is. You feel me? However, you should get counsel. You should get counsel before you start getting multiple ribs and stuff like that. You should get counsel before you get one rib.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But here it is. When you come into this truth, you sisters, you come into this truth, you got to realize that the same way you're a virtuous woman, you coming into the house, you coming into the Lord's army. You see what I'm saying? The men are here, the priests of the Lord. This is the Lord's army. And we're going to do things according to what the Lord said.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So, Joe, you got something?
It's a lot. You said what you're bringing out is real heavy. Especially when it comes to the Christian church, a lot of our women learn their way of life and how they value a man from the Christian church.
Right.
The Christian church, they teach our men to be soft, happy woman, happy life. What is it? Happy wife.
Happy wife, happy life. Right.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Unequally yoked. You know what I mean? The men got to be weak when it comes to the woman. The woman run the household like they run the church.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like our women have learned so much. And that's why Christianity is such a plague, because everything we've learned from them continuously destroys our people.
Right. That's exactly, and that's exactly right. The Christian church got our women thinking that her being unequally yoked, that she can have a man at home, but because he don't go to that church, it's okay for her to let him go. You see what I'm saying? Pretty much commit adultery against him, let him go, and go get another man, go start sleeping with pastor. You see what I'm saying? That's adultery. That is adultery, and that's what's being taught in the Christian church with that unequally yoked book BS. You see what I'm saying? We're not supposed to be dealing with these other nations.
Right.
But if you're a sister and you have a man, meaning you're having sex with someone right now, that is your husband. No matter where you go, I don't care if he's not there or not. You feel me? That is your husband. You cannot sleep with another man or you're committing adultery. That's just what it is. You see what I'm saying? If I could, let's get that video real quick. I know a lot of women, just cue the video, but let me get 1 Timothy 2:11, but for sure.
Come. It's 2:11, right?
1 Timothy 2:11.
Come. 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 11. Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection.
It say, let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. You see what I'm saying? Now, women like to break this down. Or feminine men who like to break this down and make it seem like, oh yeah, a woman can do this. That's not saying that a woman can't teach. It's saying in this capacity, this, that, the third. You see what I'm saying? It say, let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. That means that women need to be quiet.
Right.
That woman needs to learn to shut her mouth. You feel me? It's good for her. It's good for the nation. You see what I'm saying? And learn. Like a lot of times, because a woman cannot get her point across, she makes it seem like that man that's speaking to her is being rude. You don't always need to get your point across. Sometimes it's good for you to just listen and learn the lesson. And this is what the Lord is saying. Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. Keep going.
Come.
Verse 12.
Verse 12. But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor usurp authority over a man, but to be in silence.
They say, but I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. That means that these women that's being pastors in these churches and stuff like that, them showing up and being the pastor over that congregation is going against the Lord.
Right.
It's sinning against the Lord. That woman preacher is sinning against the Lord. Her usurping that authority and having authority over the men in that congregation is her sinning against the Lord. You see what I'm saying? That's why you won't see no women in here up there on these stages teaching. You won't see it. You see what I'm saying? The Lord don't want it, and we not gonna have it. You see what I'm saying? But you go in that Christian church, you can do whatever the hell you want to do because they not serving the Lord at all. And this is destroying our sisters. You feel me? We're gonna get into this video real quick, and we're gonna show the spirit of women when when they have authority over a man. It's like y'all come on this side real quick and check the video out when we show it. Hold on 1 second. Make sure they can see it on the online.
It's on.
God. Start from the beginning. So here it is. This is a woman pastor, and this is her talking about men in 50-50 relationships. Pretty much 50-50, meaning that man pay half the bills and the woman pay the other half. And she's a woman preacher on stage, and it's men in that congregation right now. Go ahead and play it.
If you got to do 50-50, that means you're half of a man.
She said if you got to do 50-50, if you got to do 50-50, that means you are half of a man. You see what I'm saying? This is what our women are being taught in these Christian churches. Our women are being taught that if you got to pay bills, Lord forbid you got to be an adult and actually pay bills. If you with a man and you can't, and he not paying all your bills, no, hold on for a second. If that brother's paying 50-50, he's half a man. Keep going. We got to play it from the beginning. Let's talk.
Video.
The video.
I'll read it.
Okay.
We
No, you're gonna play the video real quick.
If you got to do 50-50, that means you're half of a man. Oh, I wish I had more men here today.
What?
She said, if you got to do 50-50, that means you're half of a man. And then she went on to say, I wish it was more men in here. So here's the thing. Not only is she demeaning the men that's already in there, she's wishing that she had more of a men, more of an audience of men, so she can reprimand them.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So that she can tell them how less of a man they are because they're not paying all the bills.
right.
This is not an example of a virtuous woman. You see what I'm saying? She is a child. You see what I'm saying? She is a child who wants a man to pay all her bills. You see what I'm saying? That's what children do. We got children, and you gotta pay everything for your child. You see what I'm saying? You're an adult, you're a working adult. You can pay your bills. You see what I'm saying? She's saying if you can't pay, if you're going 50-50, you half of a man. Go ahead, Mathan.
So like it says, she should stay under the authority of her parents.
Right. That's a great point. She should have stayed. Say that again. So that
She should have stayed under the authority of her parents, because that's how she felt.
yeah, right. She should have stayed under the authority of her parents. You see what I'm saying? Because here's the thing. That spirit that she has is the spirit that permeates through most Christian women.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And it's a spirit that teaches them to hate men.
Right.
You gotta be a simp, you gotta be a weak brother to sit there and listen to that. To sit in that congregation while she's demeaning men. And you're a woman and you sitting there and you listen to her speak. Say your husband sitting next to you, he got laid off. You see what I'm saying? How is she gonna look at her husband now? Is she gonna have respect for that husband?
Right.
Like we just read the scripture say that sister, she should want to do good all the days of her life and not evil. You think she gonna want to do good to a man when she's just been taught that if he don't pay all her bills, he's half a man? Right. And you know what's gonna happen? She's now going to go out and start looking for what she considers a whole man. She's going to look for a dude that's going to pay all her bills, which means she's going to commit adultery against that man. She's going to go out there and become a hoe, which she probably already is. She's going to go out there and whore herself in order to find a man that can pay all her bills. That's what's being taught in the Christian church. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead, bro.
You know, it's like the women were saying it just didn't make any sense because it don't even say that in the scriptures.
It says, you know, here's one thing that you're going to learn. The Christians don't, everything the Christians say, none of it's in the Bible.
Right.
They do not read the Bible. You see what I'm saying? Like none of the things that they preach or teach on is in that Bible. That's what you're going to learn when you come to the truth. It's all feel good speaking. They're seducing people to get your money.
Right.
They're going to make you feel good. That's the whole point of them playing that music in the Christian church. You think they playing music to worship the Lord in the Christian church? The Lord said He don't want that. He said in the Bible, He said, man, keep them noise of their vows away from me. They playing them instruments in the Christian church because listen, they went to school and they know the science behind music.
Right.
It's some music they can play. They make you want to give your money. You ever been to Christian church and right before offering, they play that little soft music, you know, got a little snare drum to it. You see what I'm saying? And they going around the pastor, his voice, now this is the part where you got $100 faith. You know, his voice even get it different. You see what I'm saying? That's because they're seducing you to take your money. That's all it's about. You see what I'm saying? What she's doing, what she's preaching the gospel that's going to have every man going in his pocket, paying for everything for that woman, things that she don't need. You see what I'm saying? Damn him. Damn him. It's all about her getting everything that she wants. That's why the Lord said, let's read that again, 1 Timothy 2, brother. Sure.
1 Timothy 2, verse 12. But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man.
The Lord said, I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man. Go ahead.
But to be in silence.
That woman should be silent. You feel me? She should sit herself down, and there should be a man teaching her what a virtuous woman is. You feel me?
Right.
What a virtuous woman does. Go ahead.
Salaki, sir. I remember it was one how the Christians would try to combat this. It was one I guess she was a lady who worked in the temple, and they were trying to say she was a preacher. I think it's in like Corinthians or something like that.
You said she worked in a temple.
I believe so.
No, what they try to use, what's her name? Is it Deborah? I think it was Deborah when she the Lord was working with her. You see what I'm saying?
Like that, yeah.
That's not. Listen, here's the thing. The Lord working with a woman is not the same as a woman being a minister, a preacher, or usurping authority over every man. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Even when the Lord works with a woman, you know what that woman in the Bible would do? She would go to that man. She would go to that priest, and that priest would tell her what the Lord, what it means according to the Lord.
Right.
She never got up in front of the congregation and taught what. Oh, the Lord came to me. The Lord gave me a vision. You see what I'm saying? That wasn't her. That wasn't the spirit. If the Lord came to that woman, however He came to her, what she would do is she would find a priest, and she would get with that priest and let that priest know the vision or whatever it is that the Lord gave her, and that priest is the one that would determine what was going on. You see what I'm saying? So that's why in the Christian church, you know, they always try to use little examples. But you'll see in the Christian church, they'll read one verse, but they won't read the whole passage. You see what I'm saying? Because they don't know the Bible. You feel me? Like, you'll be in the Christian church and you'll be like, damn, a woman can teach. The Lord work with her. The Lord can work with any woman. The Lord work with children. The Lord can work with whomever He wants to work with.
Right.
But when He works with them, you know what they do? They come and find a priest. They come and find a prophet of the Lord. You feel me? And that goes for every sister too. Every sister here, you see what I'm saying? The Lord give you a dream or something like that. You feel me? Listen, that's not saying the Lord won't give it to you. You come to the priest and find out if that's of the Lord. You know, you come to find out if the Lord is talking to you or if something else is talking to you. Because I'm telling you like this, a lot of times it don't be the Lord speaking to you. It be that demon.
Right.
It be that evil, unclean spirit on you that's talking. That's why so many women feel like their job, as it relates to serving the Lord, is to be leaders, is to be on the forefront out here teaching and preaching. That's not your role. That's not your job. You see what I'm saying? It's okay for you to be domestic. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's okay for a woman to like cleaning, to like cooking, to like doing what she got to do to please her man. They call women like that stupid these days. They say she's stupid. Look at her. Like, damn, like she catered to him like that. They call women like that stupid to this day. And guess what? The Lord values that woman. That man values that woman. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
If I could, let me get 1 Corinthians 11:3 about the show.
God. First Corinthians chapter 11, verse 3. But I will have you know that the head of every man is Christ, and the head of the woman is the man.
And say, but I will have you know that the head of every man is Christ, right? Christ is our head. You see what I'm saying? Like, Christ is the one who we answer to. He's the one who has authority, direct authority over us. You see what I'm saying? And it's saying the head of the woman is the man. Let me ask you a question. As men, do we go to Christ and tell Christ what he's going to do? Like, it just even saying that out loud is disrespectful. I'm going to go and tell our King. I'm going to go tell Christ what he should be doing. I'm going to tell him what I'm not going to do. And he better be cool with it, right? You see how disrespectful that sounds? Christ is our head. Right. So we can't go to Christ and talk to him like that. Why do women feel like it's okay for them to come and talk to us like that? Good.
But then they being taught wrong. They being led wrong by something.
That ain't someone. They being led wrong by that Christian church. You see what I'm saying? Read that from the top of the show.
Come on. First Corinthians chapter 11, verse 3. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ,
Mm-hmm.
and the head of the woman is the man,
Mm-hmm.
and the head of Christ is God.
Yeah, the head of Christ is the Most High. You see what I'm saying? Christ is our head, and we are the woman's head. That's the order that the Lord gave. What's
the scripture where they talk about they have itching ears and they go after their own lust?
Yeah.
You know they got it's a new belief out here now that it was a woman before Eve, right? In the garden, her name was Lilith, and she was like a dominant woman which we see today. And they took out the scriptures because they didn't want women to be like how they are today.
Yeah, see, and here's the thing. That's why the scripture say, matter of fact, find that scripture for me. That's why the scripture say, do not have itching ears. You see what I'm saying? And in the last days, be given over to itching ears. Itching ears meaning like you got it? Go and read it real quick.
2 Timothy chapter 4, verse 3. For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine.
They will not endure sound doctrine. We just read sound doctrine. Right. We just read that the head of every man is Christ, that the head of the woman is the man, and that the head of Christ is the Most High God himself. You see what I'm saying? That's sound doctrine. They say it's going to come a time when we won't listen to sound doctrine. Go ahead.
But have itching ears.
Because we've been told this. We've heard it for so long. Now we hear something new. Oh, they got a point there. Oh, they talking about this. You feel me? That's in the lost books. That's where that's coming from. They did this and they did that. You feel me? A lot of times they come from dudes that's high off of weed. You see what I'm saying? They get hella high. You see what I'm saying? They start they go on TikTok or they go on to YouTube. They find one of these books. You see what I'm saying? And they get deep into it. I'm telling you, they get deep into it. And that's what itching is. A lot of them have itching ears because the truth is simple. The truth is simple. And the truth is, like, I can give you truth right here. And whether you get bored with it or not, it's still the truth. You start having itching ears and stuff like that because you wanna stand out. Like that's really the spirit of it. You want to be an individual. You want to be the one that seemed like you so deep. You see what I'm saying? I heard Captain Zarek says recently, he said, listen, a lot of these cats out here, they got what they call open minds. But them open minds is leading to them having itching ears and falling off the cart, so to speak. You see what I'm saying? Be closed-minded to this truth.
Right.
Take this truth for what it is, you feel me? And run with the truth. Instead of looking for something that you can kind of add on to. The truth that the Most High said, don't add nothing to my word. Don't take nothing from it, don't add nothing to it. You see what I'm saying? What we have here, what we just read was sound doctrine. So when you start hearing other things, that's having itching ears, especially when you start to believe it. Because when you start to believe it, you know what you're going to do next? You're going to teach it. And when you start teaching it, guess what? You become an enemy of the Lord. And the Lord will deal with you. You see what I'm saying? What was we at before that, now?
It was in 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 3, sir.
All right, read that one more time, Brother Michelle.
We'll come. 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 3. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Christ is God. This
is sound doctrine right here. This is sound doctrine. So the same way we not going to disrespect Christ as men. You know, when I say disrespect, we not sitting there telling Christ what he going to do and what we not going to do. You see what I'm saying? That woman, especially when she's in the right spirit, she's not going to come off like that.
Right.
That's not saying she can't have a concern. That's not saying that she can't talk to you. But it's a way about that she does things. You feel me? And the way our women are being taught is not the way that they should actually deal. You know, if you want to come to me, like the scripture say, you know, what's the scripture? I'm paraphrasing. They say, a soft answer turns away a wrath. You see what I'm saying? Don't come to me all proud, like you about to go to war with me over something. You see what I'm saying? We can have a conversation about it. If you don't understand something, we can sit down and we can talk. If you don't understand why I'm doing something, why I'm saying something, we can have a conversation about it. But the moment you come like a man and you come in like you're going to challenge me and you're going to debate me, we got other issues now. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to battle that spirit on you. Good enough.
I got you. Proverbs chapter 15, verse 1. A soft answer turneth away wrath.
Yeah, a soft answer turneth away wrath, man. You sisters out here, listen, instead of you beefing with your man, you see what I'm saying? You know, you got to, listen, you want to talk to your man about something, how about when he come in, you cook, you have something for him to eat. You make sure that you make sure you're taking care of that brother. You make sure he's relaxed, and then when you're sitting down and y'all eating dinner or something, you open the conversation up about something. Hey, Salakia, you know, I'm having an issue with this. You feel me? Could we talk about this? Probably gonna have a conversation with you. But the moment you come in, I don't like that you're doing this, that, and third. You come like that, you're gonna get what you're gonna get. Right. You see what I'm saying? That's not the spirit our women should be in. And the way it relates to what we about to go through is our women have to get their minds the same way brothers got to. And here's the thing: we talk about brothers and we say what the brothers got to do so much that when we talk about women get offended. Listen, we know what we discuss what the brothers got to do all the time. Women, it's your turn tonight. You see what I'm saying? It's your turn to learn what you got to do. These end times coming, you're gonna have to work too. You see what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be no, you just kind of like, lollygagging and you're gonna have to work for this. The same way brothers are gonna have to work, you're gonna have to work and you're gonna have to play your role. You see what I'm saying? You're gonna have to do what the Lord has called you to do, and that's to be a virtuous woman. Start preparing yourself now. The same way brothers got to prepare themselves right now. The same way we preparing ourselves to do what we got to do according to the Lord, women, you should be preparing yourselves as well. You see what I'm saying? Let me get Ecclesiasticus 36 and 24. Sure.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 36. You said 36, right?
36 and 24.
36 and 24. He that getteth a wife beginneth a possession.
Read that again. Read it slow.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 36, verse 24. He that getteth a wife beginneth a possession.
It say, he that getteth a wife beginneth a possession. What does that mean? One of the young men. What does that mean? He that getteth a wife beginneth a possession. What does that mean? Good.
I believe it's like something that actually like belongs to you. Like she's yours.
Yeah.
She's your possession. Like,
does that mean that she's your because they like to say this, is she your partner?
Partner? I would say yeah.
Is she your equal?
No.
She ain't your partner either.
No.
You see what I'm saying? She is your possession. Let me ask you a question. Your car, right? Is your car your partner?
No.
What is your car?
Possession.
It's your possession. That's something that you own. You see what I'm saying? He that getteth a wife, he getteth a possession. You own that woman. And here's the thing, a lot of women don't like hearing that, and it's okay. A lot of women don't like hearing that, but even if you look at the marriage ceremony to this day, what happens when a woman walks down the aisle? Who walks her down the aisle? Her father walks her down the aisle. Why?
Give her away.
He's giving her away because she what?
She's his possession.
Because she's his possession. So when he gives her away, what does he get? Who is he giving her away to? To her husband. Because now that's his possession. And what happens? What do the husband got to do to that for their father? Good, bro. It's called absolutely. It's called a dowry. You see what I'm saying? A brother, you know, when you before you take that woman, you got to work out a dowry with her father, a payment. You see what I'm saying? Because you taking his possession from him. You got to pay for that. You see what I'm saying? So when he gives, you pay your whatever you and that father work out, you pay that payment. And when he gives her away to you, that's now your possession. That's no longer his. That's why I say he that getteth a wife, he getteth a possession. Keep going. Keep going, Madame. Oh.
He that getteth a wife, he getteth a possession. A help like unto himself.
It's a help like unto himself. Like he's getting a possession that can actually help him. They can assist him with things. That woman is supposed to be a helpmate. Meaning she's supposed to do everything that she's supposed to be doing. It's to help him become who he's supposed to be in the Lord. You see what I'm saying? Keep going.
And a pillar of rest.
And this is the part that I don't think a lot of women get. She is supposed to be a pillar of rest. You see what I'm saying? You support with them.
Basically a support system. She's supposed to support. You know, when the man get weary, you gotta lay back and you gotta rest on something. You're supposed to be able to rest on your rib or your wife. You understand? On your possession. I mean, when you get a car, it's like you said, when you select yourself, I mean,
No, go.
it's like you said, when you get a car, you may be walking to work or you may be catching a bus. But now you got a car, now you can relax, you resting on that car. Because now it has made your life easy. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So basically, just the woman is that possession. She's supposed to be able to rest on her. She's supposed to be able to allow her. That's right.
That's right. Well, hey, what you bring out is heavy, because that's exactly what it is. A pillar of rest. Like you ever been with a sister? You ever been with a sister and like when you was going to see her and you want to spend some time with her? Your spirit was at ease. Like, you know, shorty, like, man, I like talking shorty, you see what I'm saying? Like, I ain't got beef with her. You see what I'm saying? Like, it just feels different. But then you also had the other side. When you get off of work and you like, I don't even want to go home. You calling your boys up like, you trying to go get a drink? I ain't trying to go in the house with this dragon. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, man, she whining about every little thing. As soon as I come in the house, something wrong. You know, she fussing about nothing. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's not a pillar of rest. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is what our women have to learn to be, a pillar of rest. Go ahead, now.
I would say, like, being a virtuous woman is something heavy because, you know, we go back to camp. By 11 o'clock at night, man, we tired. And you're like, in the house is just where it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to worry about nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, that make you want, you just want to be home. Like, yeah, I'm done. You know what I'm saying? I put in my work. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, I had a situation where I dealt with a woman, like, bro, I'll pull up in the car. Sometimes I'll pull up at Walmart and just sit there like, you need to just chill for a little bit, bro.
Yeah.
I'm about to go home. You know what I'm saying? So, that's real.
And what you saying about camp is heavy. You feel me? Like, you go to camp. You know, camp can go late some nights. You see what I'm saying? You at camp. He read, she blows, you go, where you at? Y'all still out there? You see what I'm saying? Yeah, we still out here. You see what I'm saying? You already know when you go home, you gotta go to war again. You just warring on the streets. You know you gotta go to war with your rib again right now. You see what I'm saying? Don't no man want to keep doing that. You see what I'm saying? We will do it. Don't get it twisted. We will go to war. You see what I'm saying? But you don't want to have to come home and go to war with your woman every single day about the crazy stuff. she should be a pull of rest. You feel me? She should come home. She should have some food ready for you. Hey, how was camp today? You see what I'm saying? Salaki, sir. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's how it should be. You be like, God damn, I mean, this the one. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But this is what the scripture's talking about, man. You got a possession, man. Like, that's what she is to you. That's your possession.
Right.
And women, it's okay to be the possession of a righteous man.
Right.
That's why as women, listen, you got to know who to choose. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead, Tom.
Think about it too, right? By nature, it's natural for a woman to want to be, that support system for a man. You know how when you first meet a chick, you ever see how she weigh on you hand and foot, everything that she do for you, because it's in her nature to do that. Understand? But you get a woman that's not in the truth, or that's not under righteousness, you get just the opposite. After that first court is over, you understand what I'm saying? Then the real her comes out.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is as a man in the truth, you have to build that woman up. If you picked her when you chose her, you understand? You do it the easy way, get a woman that's already in the truth. You feel me?
That's the best way.
That's the best way. But if you have one now, you have to, and you can't browbeat the either. You know what I mean? You gotta live it so that she sees it, and then she say like, "Damn, he can change. Oh, I can too."
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's how it is. You know what I mean? A lot of times, it's a lot, sir, if I may.
No, you good. So I good.
But a lot of times, brothers beat their ribs over their head with the truth in a way that's unnatural and pushes people away. Understand? The best way to show that truth is to show them that change in you. And they see that change in you, and naturally, a woman naturally follows a man.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And when they see that change, automatically they will do the same thing. You know what I mean? They will change their ways. You know what I mean? And it's not gonna be overnight, but done properly, it'll happen.
What you're saying is heavy. That's why women have to learn. That's the point of these classes, to teach.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? It may be a sister saying, like, I ain't got no father. I never had a man teach me how things should go. You see what I'm saying? If you're a woman and you don't have a father that's teaching you the right way, you see what I'm saying? If he ain't in the UPK, you can come to the UPK. You can come to the UPK, you see what I'm saying? Commander Jimmy Yohana will be your father. You see what I'm saying? He's going to show you and tell you what man you should be with. You see what I'm saying? Because listen, when you make that decision to lay down and open your legs, that is your husband to death to your apart. You see what I'm saying? Like, you can't, I don't like his attitude. I don't like how he come off. Well, that's because you just jumped right in the bed with him. You didn't court, y'all ain't had no counseling. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
That's where a lot of issues lie. You see what I'm saying? You being a virtuous woman and a woman of skill, you don't want to just hop into any situation. You want to be patient. You want to be choosy, choicey, or whatever, however they go. You feel me? Like you want, and that's why we have it in the rules, and you'll read it tonight when the brother read it. You see what I'm saying? Like, you won't just choose your own husband. You can take interest in somebody, but you're gonna get counsel. Bro's gonna sit down and they're gonna talk to both of y'all. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's the way it should be done. Right. The way we go about things right now, because society has taught us that we can lay with whoever we want to lay with, when we want to, and how we want to. That's not what the Bible teaches. You see what I'm saying? So if you're a woman, especially being a virtuous woman, you see what I'm saying? Like, don't allow yourself to be that easy beguiled. You see what I'm saying? Because the brother got some money. You see what I'm saying? Because the brother got a nice car. Brother had his braids is long. Don't let that be the determining factor on why you sit there and lay with a brother and you in a situation that you're gonna be in for the rest of your life. You see what I'm saying? You come into this UPK, you get counsel. You got a court. You see what I'm saying? It's a certain way that we do things here. But that's why, going back to the scriptures, read that one more time, Madam.
Ecclesiastes chapter 36, verse 24.
Let's start back at the top, sir.
Yeah, that's fine.
He that getteth a wife beginneth a possession, a help like unto himself. and a pillar of rest.
And I know a lot of women, when they hear that word possession, it does something to their spirit. You see what I'm saying? And that's a good thing. It's a good thing. You feel me? You'll learn it's better for you to be a possession of a righteous man than to be a partner of an unrighteous man. To be an equal of an unrighteous man. Be a righteous man possession. You feel me? You'll love life there. You see what I'm saying? If I could drop that, let me get Proverbs 9 and 13, Brother Bishop.
Come.
Proverbs chapter 9, verse 13.
9 and 13, come.
Proverbs chapter 9, verse 13. A foolish woman is clamorous.
A what?
A foolish woman.
A wise woman.
A foolish woman.
A smart woman.
A foolish woman.
A educated woman.
A foolish woman
Go ahead.
is clamorous.
They say a foolish woman is clamorous. What does clamorous mean? When they say a foolish woman is clamorous, go ahead, brother.
Loud, obnoxious, disrespectful.
Yeah, you hit it on the head. Loud, run her mouth too much. She disrespectful, don't know what to say out of her mouth. You see what I'm saying? You can't tell her nothing. She always got something to say. Overly opinionated, you feel me? And she got to get her point across. You see what I'm saying? The woman, the Bible called her a foolish woman, man. I say that's a foolish woman. I don't care how much education you got. You see what I'm saying? You know, if you can't learn to shut your mouth, I don't care if you got a doctorate degree. The Lord considers you a fool and you need to shut up. You see what I'm saying? Shut your mouth. That's how you look. His thing, you know, women can feel how they want to feel. It's a beautiful thing to see a woman that shuts her mouth.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like a woman thinks that by her talking, she's going to get the attention that she desires. A lot of times when you see a quiet woman, that's the one you pay attention to. Like we pay attention to quiet women. It's something attractive about it. You feel me? I know that I ain't going to have to debate every goddamn point that I make to her. You see what I'm saying? That's not saying I don't want her to talk. You see what I'm saying? She's going to have to talk. But at the same time, she know when to talk. And when she does talk, she know how to talk. You see what I'm saying? You ain't going to be talking to me like, I ain't coming home and feel like I'm battling the camp. You feel me? Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to go right to camp mode. You see what I'm saying? And I'm going to battle you like a stranger on the street. Right? Then your feelings going to be hurt. You see what I'm saying? It's a foolish woman is clamorous. Any more on that?
She is simple and knoweth nothing.
The Lord says she is simple, man. She don't know about that thing. All that book work you got, you feel me? You don't know how to shut your mouth. You are simple and don't know nothing. You see, they ain't teaching that in the college.
Right.
They're not teaching that, you know, in the universities for a woman to shut her mouth. Black, Hispanic, and Native American, and this is all love right here. You feel me? Learn to be quiet. Everything does not have to be. You do not have to explain or be opinionated about every little thing. You see what I'm saying? You don't have to be right in every situation. Sometimes you being right is just shutting your mouth.
Right.
It's like a trend you see on social media. It's a trend I just recently seen. And the brother was like, this is something that can't no woman do. And when he said that, he talking to a woman, he said, this is something that a woman can't do. And when he said that, he said nothing else. And she like, what? What is it? She started talking. Because a woman I can do anything that you can do. Only, you know, what is it that, and she ran her mouth for the rest of the video.
Right.
Not knowing that him being quiet was the one thing that she could not do.
Right. I see that.
Yeah. Listen, women, if you want attention, if you want the right attention, learn to be quiet. All right. You see what I'm saying? It's okay. It's okay to hold your peace. It's okay for you not to get your point across and not have the last word. You see what I'm saying? That don't work with men in here anyway.
Right.
You come into this school, that's not going to work here. You're going to get your feelings hurt. Then we're going to be in a council, and you're going to be saying, well, he didn't let me talk. He didn't let me speak, yada, 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 you feel me? And then you're going to get checked again. You see what I'm saying? It's okay for you to be quiet. Any more on that? No. Drop that. Let me get Proverbs 7 and 11.
Proverbs chapter 7, verse 11. She is loud and stubborn. Her feet abide not in her house.
Keep on. Read it all the way. Read the whole thing first.
Start that over here.
Yeah.
Proverbs chapter 7, verse 11. She is loud and stubborn. Her feet abide not in her house.
This is the woman that you don't. This is the woman that that women don't want to be. You see what I'm saying? You don't want to be that loud and stubborn woman. You can be wrong, and you can't just say, Salaki, I apologize, I was wrong. That's called accountability.
Right.
Don't be that woman that can't be accountable for when you do wrong. You see what I'm saying? Don't be that stubborn, that loud and that stubborn. Then it say her feet abide not in her house. What is that saying? Let the young
She like to go out, and club,
yeah.
and just hang out with our friends out in the street.
There you go. Right. What we say? She for the streets. You see what I'm saying? She always in every lounge. She always on the scene. Don't no brother want a woman that's always on the scene.
Right.
And you at every party, you at every lounge, you at every club, you all up in the mix. Don't no brother want his woman all up in the mix every time he see it. You see what I'm saying? Stay your butt in the house, man. Stay in the house. And here's the thing. That's why it's so important for brothers too. Court that woman.
Right.
Court that woman. Take time and get to know her. You may be dating her in the you may think you courting her in the wintertime. You see what I'm saying? It's cold outside. That's the only reason she in the house. You thinking she a homebody. Damn, I can get used to short. You feel me? She like being in the house. She don't go nowhere. It's like 6 degrees outside. Ain't nowhere to go. You see what I'm saying? Next thing you know, you done laid with her. She in red, and summer come around. She at every happy hour. You like, God damn, like shorty can't stay in the house.
Right.
You call her up, hey, I'm at such and such. You feel me? I'm at, what's up in the little lounge is here? You feel me? What's that?
Movies.
Yeah, movies. You like, damn, yeah, movie thing you just got up. Yeah, me and the girls, we got together, we a happy hour, you feel me? That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. She take a break on Thursday, she there Friday. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You like, damn, shorty outside too much. As soon as you say something to her, well, I didn't know you had a problem with this. You should have said something. Yeah, I was like this when you met me. I met you in the winter. I met you when it was 10 degrees outside. I didn't know you was like this. Take time to court these women, man.
Right.
Take time to get to know them. You see what I'm saying? Like, put them in situations that's going to bring that demon out of them. You try, instead of you trying to be the perfect guy, trying not to upset her. Stand her up. Tell her you're going to be there at 7 and then counsel at 6:50. You see what I'm saying? And you're going to see some things come out of it. Then you going to meet the real her.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? You trying to be the perfect guy. I told you 7. You see what I'm saying? You pull up to the house with roses and chocolate. You see what I'm saying? You think you're killing the game. You feel me? All it is, you spoiling her. You ruining her. That's what's for, man. You ruining her, that woman. You feel me? No, hey, sis, we're gonna go out at 7 o'clock. 6:50 come. Hey, Slugger, something else came up. We gonna have to reschedule that. You feel me? I'm telling you, bring that demon out of her. Get to know her. That's the problem. A lot of brothers don't get to know these sisters, and vice versa. A lot of sisters don't take the time to get to know these brothers. But when you in a situation, hey, she could be a hoe. She a hoe, you can let her go.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? She's sleeping out here, sleeping around and stuff like that. Yeah, she done. If she want to be that female dog, you feel me? If that's how she want to be, guess what? That's yours.
Right.
You gotta deal with that. You see what I'm saying? You can't say, damn, she getting on my nerves, man. I'm done with her. Nope. That is now your problem. that you got to correct. You see what I'm saying? So for that little, them couple of moments that, you know, shorty thick, shorty looking right, you see what I'm saying? So them couple of moments that you enjoyed them, you got a lifetime of headache trying to correct it. Take your time. You see what I'm saying? You sisters, you know, a lot of sisters won't come into the UPK because they know that we can have multiple wives. They know the Lord said we can have multiple wives.
That's right.
You feel me? Hey, damn right. This is of the Lord. But they'd rather go into these fake camps where they say you can only have one wife. They go in there and they get married. They break up with their husband. Married one of the brothers in the fake camps. And 6 months later, he's dragging her name to the mud, calling all types of sluts and this, that, and the third, because he's on to the next one. You feel me? Listen, despite the fact that we can have more than one wife here, guess what? Christian men, they have way more sex than Israelites. I'm telling you.
Right.
Because here, despite the fact that we can have more than one wife, if we sleep with you, if we sleep with a woman, that's our wife.
Right.
You ain't trying to have too many headaches out. You see what I'm saying? So let's say you got two. They the only two women you dealing with. Christian church, you listen. Saturday night you got one. Thursday night you got one. You switching them off. I ain't married to none of them. You know, when I was coming up, they said if you wanted to freak, they said if you wanted to freak, well, you know where you should go? Church. Go to the church. Say that's where they at. You see what I'm saying? And that be the truth. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's how they get down, man. Loud and stubborn, feet not abiding in her own house, man. Let me get what time we got? 8:54. Let me get Proverbs 25 and 24, but sure.
25, 24.
Proverbs 25 and 24.
Proverbs chapter 25, verse 24. It is better to dwell in the corner of the housetop than with a brawling woman in a wide house.
Yeah, it is better to dwell in the corner. But think about it, it's better to dwell in the corner of a housetop than with a brawling woman in a wide house. Listen, it's better for you to go into an attic. It's better for you to go and find a corner on the opposite end of wherever the hell she's at than to keep dealing with a woman that wants to go to war and fighting and she's bickering and got something. Every little thing you say, every little thing you do, she got a problem with it. You feel me? Lord, the scripture says it's better for you to find a corner and get to that corner. You see what I'm saying? And deal with a brawling woman like that. You see what I'm saying? Women, you are not to be that way. You see what I'm saying? That's how you ruin whole households.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That's how you ruin whatever situation you got. That's how you ruin your children, by being a brawling woman. That man don't want to be around you. You see what I'm saying? You don't want him to go and get another woman. But trust me when I tell you, you keep running your mouth, you keep brawling, that's exactly what's gonna happen.
Right.
He gonna go find him a sister that's sweet, she talks soft, and she's everything that you ain't, and he's gonna go find her, and that's where he's gonna spend his time. You see what I'm saying? Don't be that woman. Don't be that brawling woman, man. You feel me? Like, sisters, you gotta realize you got a heavy role. Sisters, you gotta realize you got a heavy role in our nation. And just because you're not the ones teaching and you know, you do have roles where you can teach. You older sisters got to learn to teach these younger sisters. That's what you should be doing. But just because you're not in front of the people and you're not the one doing classes and this, that, and the third, don't look at it like, oh, I'm not doing what God called me to do. You see what I'm saying? Do what you got to do for your nation, man. Be a virtuous woman. Be a woman of skill. If you don't know how to braid hair, if you don't know how to knit or sew, get into a class.
Right.
Get into a class. You see what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with a woman being able to do domestic things. You feel me? Learn how to bake. Learn how to cook. Learn how to make healthy meals for your husband, for your nation. You see what I'm saying? Like, use use the wisdom that the Lord imparted in you. You see what I'm saying? Listen to your husband. You ain't got a husband. You listen to the men here in the UPK. You feel me? You go out there and become a virtuous woman. You feel me? Add value to yourself, and the Lord will add value to you as well. You see what I'm saying? With that, we're the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, coming straight out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. We are under command of General Yohana. If it's not under command of General Yohana, it is not the truth. We've been bringing this out since 1969, and Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans are the true biblical Jews of the Bible, and our oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Shalom, Baltimore. We're going to be calling up Office of the Now for reading the security announcements. Shalom.
These are the security announcements. We are the ISUPK out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under command of General Yohana. Rules for new brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They're to be saluted only. They are here to shut themselves to the world. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find it in Numbers 18, verses 21, and Malachi chapter 3, verses 8 through 10, which means 10th in Hebrew, and it's pronounced Mayashua. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, you give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, which is a free will offering for priests, not mandatory whatsoever amount you would like to give. Up and coming holy convocation will be the memorial of blowing trumpets, which will be the 21st of September. Remind Akim and Aguathium to check in on social media such as ISUPK.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for ISUPK events and materials. If a brother wants to be a troop in the school, then he has to start wearing all black, which includes black boots, shirts, pants, headbands, and/or scarves. And with that, in the Israel, we're going to give one courteous salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, Mayan, which means to stand. Men of Israel, we're going to give one courteous salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, Mayan Shabbat. Mayan, Barak.
Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakatah. Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakatah.
Guys, at the top, class dismissed.